You've seen how we plan our cruise. Now it's time to go sailing in the return from Pine Island. Come with us as we learn some lessons on Tampa Bay.
Huh?
Getting some pretty good swells. Longboat Key.
What's that?
When we crossed, the swells remind me of the crossing that we made coming back from Longboat Key a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
We crossed at the mouth of Tampa Bay. Feels similar.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is only about 10 feet deep. It's not really even a bay. This is considered one of the largest estuaries, at least in this country. But since it's so shallow, it doesn't take a lot of wind to build up a steep sea like this. Starting to get headed there, so we're going to fall off and follow the rest of the club boats up there. We've got about 8 miles to go before we get to our turn point at Canals Point. The weather forecast was not good. It's for a 70% chance of thunderstorms and the usual higher winds that go with it. But so far we have not seen that play out here at all. You're just not going to be able to do it. Well, there's probably some tide influence going on here too. There's downtown St. Petersburg. See that? Downtown St. Petersburg. There for a while we could see both the downtowns of St. Pete and Tampa, which is pretty rare. That would be Tampa.
Yeah, a little bit foggy now.
Yeah, it's kind of hazy. Oh my, there's a whole pod. A whole pod of dolphins coming right at us. Coming right under the boat. They're diving right now. Yeah. Going right under the boat. I don't know if they can see it. They dived and went down.
For a second, they just looked like the caps on the waves.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They looked a lot like...
Great camouflage.
Well, that's kind of what they do best, you know.
Maybe they like to take.
Yeah, there they are. They're all coming back. Look at that.
They're following us.
Hey,
Oh
look at
my
all of them.
gosh, I've never seen so many. Oh, that's neat.
So there's an advantage of being the slowest boat in the club. Huh? Look at all of them. Say our speed dropped to 1.8. Pinching.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's got to be a pinch. If there's ever a pinch, that was a pinch.
I'm not pinching. Wind is variable.
Variable. What's that?
Very variable.
What's that roaring in my ears then?
It's full too. And now the speed is 3.6.
We're being overtaken by
Variable winds.
Well, get it back up to 5.
That would be nice.
If we could figure out how to get that dink on board, we could do that. Can't believe how much drag that is when you go to when I was switching around from one cleat to the other there.
Oh yeah. See, that would be Vinny and Patty.
That's a captain.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's not that. I was thinking they were doing there was another. We're 7 miles from our destination.
Okay, we started out here this morning, and you're across from St. Pete, you think?
Yep, straight across from the pier.
And this is the pier in St. Petersburg.
We're probably seeing the
So
shuttle.
we should be seeing those markers right now.
And I'd expect it to be these because it's the ones for the channel going north.
Yeah.
Appears to be anyway. Because we're headed almost directly west.
This is our plan for the cruise. Linda's kind of gotten crazy with the timings on here, but normally we just do the weather report for the day and the tides. And I see she's got 7 a.m. 14 knots, 9 a.m. 14. Here's I'm usually not that particular.
And the direction.
And the direction and the weather forecast. It's important, we think, to write down what your planned course is going to be. Right now we're going home, Pine Island to home. My course should be 235, and we are right on it. We're on 233 at this second, and then we know that's the best, and we know too that we're going to be heading to the Meisner Bridge and then E and then C, so we can get an idea of what's where we are in relation to that. And of course, this is the tide chart. And then that's the official forecast, but that happens to be 2009, I see.
That's a while ago.
It's probably as accurate as what we've got. In fact, today, north winds, 10 knots. Well, we got 10 knots out of the
But they're
south.
south.
So,
Yeah.
who
That
cares?
close.
This is more of an idea of what we usually do. We're identifying the markers that we're going to in the course to get there, and then any particular notes. That's TRC Bay. We like to go over there too quite a bit.
It looks like we're being headed, and we have two options. We can either turn the motor on and head south to make the correction, or continue sailing on this heading, and when it's time, tack back. And I think the distance will allow us to sail back to the point that we want to be at. If all else fails, we'll have to turn the motor on, but I'd rather sail. We're going to sail for a while anyway.
Well, we've got a good blast of wind here right now.
Yeah. I see it.
What are you making?
4.5.
Well, get
Remember,
closer.
we're dragging a dink.
I know, but get closer. Maybe we can make up some of that shortfall you're going to have. You know, if you can use these gusts to go up.
Yeah.
I think your wind's up.
Yeah. The started out this morning, we had the tide against us. I don't know if you thought about that.
Yeah.
The tide was coming in when we started out.
Well, it's probably still coming in.
Yeah, it should be for the next few hours. I think high tide was midday, like 1 maybe. I think we might be in a position, and I don't know how long it'll take, but I think we'll make that, be able to make that tack to head south and continue sailing rather than using the motor.
Well, I'm all for that.
Yeah. I'd rather. It is telling us that our destination is exactly 90 degrees to port. That's when we can tack, and we should be able to make our point
You're talking about the direction on the GPS.
on the GPS. Yeah.
It's important to note here probably that we don't have a chart plotter. We've got a 1996 Garmin 120 or 196?
120.
120, and it does not have a chart plotter capability, but it does tell us where we are. It'll tell us the headings we need to go on to hit our next mark and that sort of thing, but it's not the fancy one. And that's okay by us. I'm not going to spend that kind of money for fancy something. Okay, so we're approaching the point where we're going to back away from St. Petersburg. How long do you want to go on that new heading?
The heading we're on now,
No, the new one after you tack.
after we tack, hopefully directly down to Pinellas Point. Which
No,
is,
you're going to tack, and you're going to go on a heading to after you tack. How far, whatever, was that east or south do you want to go?
south. Well, that heading should take us to Pinellas Point.
When you tack, you're going over there.
Yeah, to Pinellas Point.
Okay.
Pinellas Point.
Okay.
That's the aim.
The only issue I've got with that is, well, it's one tack.
Yeah, we don't want to go on this tack too much longer.
Okay. All right, then we're going to tack. I got to put the
We've got 5 knots now, though. 5 knots in the wrong direction.
Hey, but it's 5 knots.
It's 5
Come
knots.
on.
Hey. Good sailing weather.
But we're sailing to a destination, not just day sailing. Whoa, today. Okay. Took a big hit with the camera here. Gosh darn. I think we're probably done.
Wild one.
Yeah, so I didn't see that one coming.
Me either. Didn't really see whitecaps so much, but now they are. We probably should tack.
Yeah, our freighter.
It's way up
He
there.
turned. He just made us turn.
Yeah, and if we turn, we'll be getting out of this way.
You're gonna tack. I'm gonna put this down. This is getting pretty wild. It's gonna take me a minute. We had an avalanche down here. Pretty. We're having a heck of a time out here now. We're somewhat able to get a reef put in. It's not a good one, but it slows us down some, and it's too rough to go up there and try to. It's too rough to go up and try to do to drop the jib. We did miss our freighter though. There he is. That's a sloppy reef, but it's effective. The weather's changed in a second. Now we've got extremely rough seas, for us anyway. The water's coming in from the Gulf underneath the Skyway Bridge, unabated. And that's why all of a sudden we've got much higher wave action here, all the whitecaps and stuff. We took some water overboard this time too. So we're going to head to St. Petersburg, which is dead ahead. and then we'll just motor down the channel and go home. It's a lot easier said than done, but there's no point in trying to stay out here. We've lost all the ground and more because of having difficulties tacking, so we're just gonna do the wise thing and get out of here as soon as we can. Well, we didn't exactly escape unscathed on our latest cruise. We got caught in some heavy weather, and we knew the sail was, the mainsail was kind of weak anyway, but it looks like it's toast now because it's ripped out badly in a couple of spots. That happened when we were out there on Tampa Bay this last weekend, caught in the high waves and the higher winds. So the main is gone. The dink is damaged but repairable. Otherwise, that was quite a fun sail, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. It was a fun sail. Would have been nice if we didn't have the damage.